quite an experience. We need to make sure this actually goes well as we move Lego City. Let's edit this real quick. Take a photo. Oh, look at that. I didn't realize you could take a photo for some of these. Okay, bam. Use photo. We are moving Lego City. Bam. Let me turn it around. All right, let's get to work, shall we? Let me make sure both of these look nice. Easy. All right, everybody. Today we are moving some of the biggest parts of Lego City, which is going to be a bit gnarly. So right now, we're happy with how a lot of this looks, but all of this now needs to get moved over there. I also need to find myself just a plain gray piece, or actually, what we might do. So first, we're going to start nice and simple and just move this Scooby-Doo lighthouse over here. Start with some simple moving first, nice and easy. Because we need some of these base plates. Let's see how this goes. Alright, excuse me. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Look about as difficult as I was expecting. And now we just rip all of this off. Oh man, this is going to be gnarly. I need a brick separator instead of just using my fingers, but they created brick separators to avoid this exact thing, but here we go. Doing this anyway, because I don't know where I put it. You get one with every set you build, and I still somehow misplace all of them. Aha! Found one. Alright, we've got to pick all these off nice and... Or not. Maybe not. Those flat ones are always so difficult to get off. So we're going to put this one right over here as we continue to build our pier area and beach area. Let's just see what we got right here. Oh wow, surprise, surprise, it's a lot easier to get all of this off when I'm actually on the table. Alright, so we got all these pieces removed. So now, I lied, not removed, no. There we go. So now we should be able to add, this entire thing's going to need, okay, come on. That's not coming off. Doesn't even matter because I'm going to have to put stuff on here anyways. Let's move all of this. Our Lego citizens are now floating in the water. Come on. Alright, if the brick separator fails, you just use your fingers and call it good. It puts calluses on your fingers, makes you look like you actually work and do something. You're like, oh wow, you got calluses on your fingers. You work for a living? No, I just separate Lego. Don't mind me. Alright. There we go. We'll call that good for now. Place that there. And that should hold a decent chunk of what we need. We still need a whole nother square, which is going to be a bit gnarly to find in Lego City. A lot of the pieces I've got are actually cut, which makes life a little bit more difficult. Yeah, a lot of them are cut. Man, that makes life... Why did I cut all these? Alright. Let's see what we're working with here. I'll show you guys close-ups. Here we go. So what we've got right now, we've been taking viewer suggestions on what Lego City should look like. So right now we've got the Arkham Asylum Island. We've got our other stuff here with the Coast Guard right there. Hey, thank you guys for the likes. Greatly appreciated. We've got our Animal Crossing Island here. And then we're working on the boardwalk, as you guys can see. That all goes right there. Trying to find a square plate to put right there. And then, in the next few minutes, we're going to move those and hope for the best. I figured I might as well get on camera me moving those, so that way if I do drop them, at least we have a little bit of content. So let's go ahead and start moving those and call it good. All right, let me make sure you guys can actually see what's happening, because I'm a little nervous. Alright, so we'll move the small buildings behind it first. That should be moderately easy. None of these are like that on there. Okay. We've got these. A lot of these buildings are going to get destroyed anyway, so it's not that important. But, alright. Let's see here. We'll move these. All of these buildings go off to the side. This one I'm going to actually try to be gentle with, because I do like this build. That was easy. This is one of my wedding venue builds. So you have like a little wedding venue going on. Alright, let's move this first one. No pressure. Let's see how it's attached here. Got a lot of bricks keeping this nailed down. Let me guys know, hey guys, let me know if you see anything bad happening that I can't view. Okay, alright, okay. Nice and easy now. Dropping it on something as well would be even more depressing. Okay, and, oh, we're good. One down, we did it, whoo! That was a little stressful. We got that moved. Now let's move all the other stuff as well. This one's a little bit easier because it's just some of the road plates. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself. Road plates and figures coming off now. You don't realize how much Lego figures you have in one section until you have to take them all apart. Alright. This is also going to be super nice when I re-put everything up because a lot of it was uneven the first time we did it. So now being able to make it actually even is going to be real nice. Alright, there we go. Put a lot of our figures on here. Alright, here's what we're working with. Whole bunch of just random stuff. Alright, that'd be very sad if I bump something. Alright, we're moving more buildings now. We are moving the Doctor Strange and building combined with Peter Parker's apartment that came out during the first Infinity War movie. This one here, I made a... Whoa now. This one here. I always liked this build. It was nice and simple. It's actually one of the builds that got me back into Lego. I'd taken such a long break, and then I saw the new Marvel sets, and they got me with their marketing. They're like, oh, if you buy all of them, you can get every single Infinity Stones on Thanos' gauntlet. And I was like, bro, that's sick, and I love Lego. I haven't bought a set in forever. And then I was suckered back in. All right. This one here is like a Santa's Workshop-esque one. Oh, and this is exactly what we need, actually. This is from a Christmas Village one. It's a music shop and toy shop. I'm going to put that one up here. And we should be able... this one's a custom build. Want to see something cool? Ah! It's alright, that was a custom build, it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's go ahead, and this green is exactly what we're looking for. Once I get it... Ooh, that's a cool thing. Once I get all this junk peeled off of it, this is probably the green square that we'll use over there. Nice. Okay, this is like exactly what we needed. Easy. We'll move these rows now. Since these rows aren't attached to anything, it should be pretty simplistic to get them off. We'll peel this one off too. Bam. Alright, now we just got to do the simple cleanup of all the people left behind. I'll show you how barren it is now. I'll show you everything we got on the sides here. So, here's everything we got here. Hey, welcome guys. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for hanging out with me. So, there's all the destruction we've done in this 10 minutes. Clearing off this entire area. So we're basically just going section by section by section to make it work. So our next big area that we're going to be working on is right here. Let me see here. I'm going to put you guys over in this part of the city so you can kind of watch as we work on these sections here. Alrighty. Let's get to work on clearing all of this off. I almost need to get an empty bucket to put all this stuff in. As we continue endeavor, because if I just keep pushing it that way, it's not going to be helpful, because then I'll just have to clean up even more when I destroy the next section of Lego City. So I think just picking it up now and dealing with it is our best bet. As we drop something, and we'll just put it all the way over here where I don't think you can even see. Okay. So for this stuff, let me. We'll just kind of. This is clearly working very great. So much destruction. Alright, I'm going to keep this lady here because she goes with that. We'll pick up this stuff here. Bam! Nice and easy. We also need to push this table closer. So I don't know how that's going to look. Because the last thing I want is for it to be higher, so we don't want it to... Alright, there we go. Nice and even. Alright. So now that it's even, we can start putting stuff here as well. So that should be pretty simplistic. We're going to get that Daily Bugle moved as well, just to get a little bit moved out of here. Give ourselves a little bit more space to work with. I think we got a little bit more areas where we can put those. So let's do that real quick here. And then I can start building. All right. We're going to take all this stuff apart. I have the Daily Bugle in here. Holy cow. Okay. That's all right. That's all right. I clearly thought it was going to be here forever. Oh my gosh. It can't even, like, slide out. This one's way worse than the Avengers Tower. Okay. We're getting there. We are getting there. The little piece that breaks off, that's supposed to break off, did. Can we get that back installed here? Oh, great. It's just not going in. That's cool. That's cool. Ayo. All right. Okay. Nice and easy now. I feel like I have a terrible grip on this. This does not feel sturdy at all. You see how little I'm grabbing on the back? This is not intelligent. That is horrific grip. Okay. Oh. Alright, one small casualty. There we go. We're just going to put her over here. Call that good. Bam. Move this little piece. I think those and a few builds over there are the only ones I'm super nervous about. That was not the worst thing ever. Our two of our biggest buildings now successfully moved. Look at that. Now, if you're sitting there and you're like, all right, so I'm watching you absolutely obliterate everything. When do you start building stuff? We do full-length videos that you can check out. I try to upload a couple times a day or a couple times a week of the new builds as we slowly build from here on out. The next one's going to be here to there. So you guys can join me for that one. Here's what we've accomplished so far. We still have so much more to build. So make sure you join me live or just watch one of the videos because we keep on building here in Lego City. I'm slowly becoming the dad from the Lego movie. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you next time. Now I got to remember how to end this one. Bam. Okay. I ended the TikTok one, so it's just you and me, guys, as I try to figure out, remember how to... Why am I'm like brain farting how to end this. So you know what? It's not ending. We've got more to talk about. This whole section, everyone talks about how like these road plates are the significantly worse road plates because of all the new stuff, but I'm locked in. I'm committed. We're doing full on the flat road plates. I'm not going to give in to the elevated road plates, even though people tell me it's such a better idea. I think a low-level Lego City works, especially with the height of a lot of the buildings we've got. So I think that's what we'll be cooking with. A lot of potential here with Lego City. Like I said, once we get the Avengers Tower, everything's set back up correctly. We are moving everything from here. We're going to have one centralized city. It's all going to be centralized here. Then we're going to have some of like the taller buildings in the back there. Over here will be our wooded area. So there's... I'm giving myself way too big of a project, but I've fully committed to it, so we're locked in now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Next video coming up in the next few days of our next little area that we add once we get the table cleaned. Thanks for following. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for hanging out.